All right. Welcome back to the Meat Show. No, not actually. But what's good with y'all, man? Hope everybody is doing good on this phenomenal Monday, bro. I should have grabbed my snacks. I really should have for this discussion because today is gonna be an interesting topic. Yeah, for MK, and I probably should have looked this up before I did this because I had a thing that I was supposed to do before the live that I didn't do to make sure the live didn't lag, and I didn't do it. So, hopefully I have minimal lag here. I'm hoping. All right. Well, if we don't, if it starts to lag, we'll get through it. I'll try to change a couple of things, but all in all, we should be good, right? I don't know. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully. But yeah. So y'all seen the title. Y'all know what the discussion is, bro. We about to talk about it. Let's get straight into it, man. Cause we got a whole lot to talk about. We got some stuff on X to talk about. And yeah. But the main topic for today is gonna be old MK versus new MK, bro. Old MK versus new MK. Alright. And I know what a lot of y'all are thinking. Because I got a lot of comments. What the hell is this? Yeah, hell no. Rappers are females going. That's females going viral. It's supposed to be Lil Baby. The hell? What the fuck is this? What's going on with your hand? Look at his eyes. It's in his eyes too. Hold on. But yeah, bro, we got to talk about some MK stuff, bro. We got to talk about Lil Nas X. Bunch of crazy stuff. He turned into a vampire. Is that what they saying? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not a doctor, but she has this 2 days before she died. Oh shit. Oh shit. Y'all think the president gonna go bye bye? Y'all think that's what this is? It's just a bruise. I don't know. He survived a gunshot wound to the face though, so I don't know. Trump was definitely built different. So, but that's not what we're talking about today, bro. Hold on. We about to get some stuff going here. So MK9, right? Sales. All right. And then we're gonna go MK1 sales. All right. And the reason I want to talk about this is because a lot of y'all been in the comments talking about how new MK is basically like the end all say all, right? The greatest game of all time, all that good stuff, you know, and basically that, you know, I'm the only thing that I'm talking about is the sex appeal, right? For a lot of characters, right? So we got to talk about it, right? Because y'all, a lot of y'all seem to think, and I don't give a fuck because I'm just gonna spill it all out, right? That the fact that certain characters aren't like warrior princesses, aren't like wearing like the Latars like how they used to, right? Aren't as sexy as they used to be, right? Aren't jumping around with fat ass titties and fat asses, right? Now all of a sudden everybody is like, no, we're against it, right? Nah, we're about to have this discussion right now, bro. And I'm about to go ahead and prove that people want to see that over what we're getting now from like MK, right? And I like to fact check a lot of things. Y'all know how I get whenever I fact check stuff. And then y'all know how I get whenever I do like my leaking and stuff, right? Because the proof is honestly in the pudding. It always is, right? When it comes to leaking, when it comes to anything. Why didn't they show the sales for these? Hold on. Copy sold. That's what I'm looking for. Copy sold. So let's look at MK1's copy sold, right? Let's look at MK9's copy sold. Right? And then let's look at, let's see. We'll even do a couple more fighting games. Let's see, because I want to be able to have like a variety. So we'll go Tekken 8 copy sold. And then we'll go Street Fighter 6 copy sold. Right? Wow. Why didn't they show this one? That's fucking weird. Oh, more than 5 million. Okay. So we can go off of this for the foreground, right? All right. So look, check me out, right? Now I probably should have pulled this up before the live started, but here we go, right? So MK9, right, approximately sold 3 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling game in Mortal Kombat series and the best-selling fighting game of the year. All right. So this when did MK9 come out? When did MK9 come out? MK9 release date, right? MK9 came out in 2013. All right, right, and this by far, to me, right next to MKX, right, was by far one of the best MKs that they had ever released, right? And so MK1, right? So 3 million copies sold. Mortal Kombat has sold nearly 3 million copies worldwide since launch, right? The game was launched on PC, Series X, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch, okay? Now, you guys say, okay, copy sold, yeah, 3 million, copy sold, 3 million, okay? Right? And you could easily say that, yeah, and they both sold same amount of copies, right? Even with Tekken, same amount of copies, right? Street Fighter, probably a little bit more, right? But all in all, it's around the same ballpark, right? But the thing is that this game here had a larger player count, and there goes that number, player count, than MK1 did. So it was able to hold the audience longer, right? Why is that? Right? Why is that? So let's see. Hold on. The MK9 player count in 2015. Let's see if they'll give us the data for this, right? Okay, so concurrent players, which included an all-time peak of 5,235. Okay, so let's see here. And this one I would expect to be a little bit more because we have online. Online isn't as choppy and all that other stuff, right? But let's see. Player count. And I'll go PlayStation 5. Why not? Okay, so concurrent players online on average 5,174. All right. And then this indicates a significant player base, although it has seen a decline since release. It's funny that they add that. Very funny. Right? All in all, this one being an older game, right, still had more players, more concurrent players than this one right here. Mind you, this is probably nowadays it's probably less than this, right? And if you look on Steam, let's look on Steam. You'll probably find the Steam charts are probably way less than that now, right? So I really find it funny how like Ed Boon and them, they go in and they basically talk about how, you know, they had this many copies sold, that many copies sold, right? But it doesn't ignore the fact that not a lot of people are playing the game now, right? So let's check out the Steam chart for this one, right? All-time peak, okay? As you can see, boom, right? All-time peak, right? As opposed to now, right? Which isn't really that high at all. Like this pretty much this. If this was 500 less, guys, if this was 500 less, this would probably be dead in the water, right? This would be done, right? Look in the last 24 hours, this was the peak, 1,427. This is probably why most of us can't find a game right now, right? Because there's nobody playing this shit. As opposed to and I'm actually curious. Let's look at the Steam chart for 9. I don't know. Let's check out 9. I want to know if this is actually larger than. No, it's not. Okay, but all-time peak. Let's see. Let's look at the all-time peak for both of these. Mind you, this is an older game, so keep in mind, right? So all-time peak 26K, right? This shit flopped. It's done at this point, right? This by far is an older game, right? But yet people are still playing. This is still insane. Let's see. Hold on. I want to go back to at least 2015. I would like to know. So 2015, because I feel like this is a more accurate data, right? To show you guys, right? Since MK1 is about, I want to say what, 2 years old now? When did MK1 come out? So MK1. And this is just data. This is just facts, guys. I'm not, I'm literally just showing you the facts. So MK1 release. Right? We got the release date for this one, right? All right, 2023. So 2 years, right? 2 years. So let's do the 2-year difference between both of these games, right? And we can look at this for example, right? Off rip, right? You can just keep this how it is, right? For 2 years. All right. Let's see here. So 2 years. We'll even keep it at September because that was the last time for the release date, right? I don't want to show June because, yeah, they did well in June, but I'm going to stick with September only because that's around the same release date as when they released the game, which I think was August, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it was around August. So we'll say September being the best number for right here. 3,347 what was it? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not what that is. That was back in September 2014. Let's go. Okay, so August of this year, right? So August of this year, right? Or 2025, we had 942 players, right? Mind you, once again, online. Online was pretty much fresh during this time, right? Their best number was in April, all right? Of 2015, right? Bringing in 4,430 30 players, right? So this was like their best month, right? Where it was pretty much going in and playing MK9, right? Mind you, this is peak players, okay? On average, let's see. That's pretty good numbers. 1,000 on average. Xbox Series X, or not Series X, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. These are actually great numbers for those games, all right? These are actually really good numbers, especially for a fighting game, all right? But now we have online, we have all sorts of stuff, right? And now we're doing numbers like this. It's pretty much, I wouldn't even say it's the same, bro. It's probably less than the same. I would say if MK9 were to have released around this time where everybody and everything was pretty much digital, I would say that it would probably do better numbers than what this is doing. Because as you guys can see, in 2000, I don't know why they scrolled all the way up. In 2015, right? They were still doing numbers like 4,000, right? 1,000, right? Of course, they had their droughts, but of course you can see that 1,000. You see what I mean? 3,000, right? And this was a year prior to when the game was released. This is 2 years prior, right? I would say that the fall off from Mortal Kombat 1 was probably in what? 2024, right? So if you look at 2024, off rip, you can start seeing the numbers. Okay, they're doing good. They're doing good in March. Okay, cool. But then they start falling off here, right? Then they start doing well again in July, and then they start falling off again, right? So I don't know. To me, the numbers started looking pretty good. I want to say March because I want to say this is when like the hype was for their newest characters, right? So whenever they released a new character, that's when they had a hype spike, right? Which you guys can see. All right. Other than that, when they didn't release a new character, it started dying off, right? And then as you can see now, the peak player count is at 1,000, right? So I don't know. To me, I would say let's do a comparison. Actually, I want to do another comparison, and I don't want to. I'll do it for Street Fighter. I'll do it for Street Fighter, since Street Fighter is the closest thing that you could probably get to a fighting game, close to you can get like a gooning fighting game, right? That's the closest you can get to because of the characters, right? Let's go to the Steam charts for this one. Let's check this out. I will say this is the closest game that you can get to MK9, right? This day and age, without the violence, all right? As you can see, 39K, all right? As you can see. Why? Because they cut the foreground, they kept the formula. They kept the same formula that they've been keeping since forever, right? What? And that's the don't show too much, don't show too little process, right? Not only that, but it's also a good fighting game. All right? So they kept the core aspect of what a fighting game is, right? Which is you get your sexy characters, you get a good mechanic for games, right? And you also make the male character sexy as well. That's always been the foreground for fighting games, bro. It's always been the foreground for fighting games, right? Corey, what's good? Icy, my boy, what is good? Cat, what is good? But yeah, so the proof is in the pudding once again, y'all. Where once again you can see that the fighting games that have kept the core curriculum, right, of a fighting game and not pushing a weird ass agenda is doing better than the game that's pushing a weird ass agenda trying to basically cater to everybody, right? So that's the biggest thing that's going on right now, as far as like the downfall of MK, right? Is that, and this is so sad to see, bro. Like compared to this right here, holy shit. Hold on, let's move this next to each other, right? You could probably find a game in 0.2 seconds with this, but with this you're never gonna find a game, right? And this, I would say that the numbers for this still pretty low, but I would still say that it's kind of better than what this is, right? 2 years prior, right? As far as like some of these numbers go, like 4,000, right? 4,000, right? 2,000, and then so on and so forth. Of course, the player count is going to drop off in 2025, but yeah, that's crazy. Think about it like this though, y'all. If this game were to release, like re-release, right, and they were to give us this Mortal Kombat Complete Edition again, right, I truly believe that this game would actually sell way better than 100%, 100%, right? And the reason I say that is because once again, it's not even about like the characters, right? Characters have a big part to play in it though. But I feel like it's the gameplay, and I feel like it is the characters that add on to it. That's like the sprinkles on top, right? And if you have those two curriculums, you do numbers like this, right? You do big numbers like this, right? Mind you, Street Fighter 6 is not like a crazy, gory game, right? But once again, a lot of guys like to see that. But the fact is that they've got the characters that still look super hot. They still have the characters that fight pretty well. The game mechanics feel really good, right? And it's very colorful too. So I'll give them that aspect too. But all in all, those two core aspects that I said in the beginning, those are the forefront of basically making a fighting game, right? But with Mortal Kombat, it was more so pushing an agenda than it was making a fighting game, right? Not only that, but the core mechanic of having, you know, assist characters inside of the game instead of like the whole tag team aspect basically killed the game too, because nobody really wanted to see their favorite character as a side character. Number one. Number two, you pushed the weird agenda where you basically gender swap the characters, right? And number three, the gameplay was shit. So when you have those aspects, right, and your gameplay isn't up to par at all, you get numbers like this, right? And the reason you get numbers like this is because, number one, you're catering to an audience that doesn't really care about your game, and that's just that, right? That pretty much just sums up everything that they're doing, right? This is why some fighting games are winning, guys, and others are not, right? It's just that simple. Like, hold on, let's actually look at, because I know Mortal Kombat 9 is very outdated, but let's see. Let's check out Mortal Kombat 11. Let's see, because that's I feel like that's the closest thing that they got from, as far as hold on, let me type this in. Steam chart. That's what I wanted to look up. But I feel like this is the closest thing that you can get as far as like not neutering the characters, right? So even then, as you can see, sadness across the board, as you can see. But it's better than MK1. I'll give it that. It's better than MK1, right? So I don't know, bro. Cause I feel like in this game, this is kind of when they like took that step of where they were like neutering the characters, but they didn't neuter it all the way, right? So I feel like that aspect, and also this game was also very competitive. That aspect of being a competitive game while also like not ruining the characters, I feel like got them to these numbers right here. But if I feel like if they were to give us those characters like how they gave it to us and presented it to us in Mortal Kombat 9, I feel like this probably would have done better numbers, right? And that's just my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. I'm not 100%, you know, a game developer wizard, but in my opinion, I feel like if we were to get Katana, right, like how we got her in MK9, if we were to get gameplay like MKX, I feel like these games wouldn't be such a flop, right? That's just my opinion, right? Because that, once again, from my experience playing video games, that's what guys like to see, right? That's what girls like to cosplay as, right? Like that concept has never changed, right? Especially when it comes to like games like this, and this is why these games are thriving, right? But that's just me, bro. That's just me. Let's see here. Hold on. I wanted to check out this here because Lil Nas X, I seen this shit earlier, and I gotta see what the fuck is going on with this. They told me my boy was tripping. Let's see. All right, I seen a clip of this on whatchamacallit. You're not wrong about that, Core. Do you believe that MK9 had the best design for Sonya Blade, Katana, Melina? Yes, 100%. 100%. I think that they had the best designs for those characters, and we'll check this out in a second. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? We'll check this out in a second, but hold on. Let's look this up. So like MK9 characters, right? So let's see if I can get a good description of some of these characters. We'll actually go MK9 Katana just to prove my point real quick. And I've talked about this in like a later live or previous live, bro. But I'll go ahead and make this comparison again, right? Whenever, like even with this, right? Somebody made this, okay? Somebody made this design, right? If this design was an MK1, right? Number one, I feel like it would continue to keep people's attention, right? This would keep people's attention. This not doing too much and not doing too little, right? Same with these right here, right? This is MK9's comparison for characters, right? Mind you, YouTube was going crazy whenever this game dropped. When this game dropped, I think this is by far one of their most successful games, right? And I hate when game developers, they basically go in and they say, you know, best-selling game, best-selling copies, and all this other stuff, right? The copy sold really doesn't mean shit, y'all. It doesn't. It never has and never does, right? That's just a bragging right that most developers have to use whenever they have nothing else to talk about as far as their game, right? If your copy sold was like, let's say 3 million, okay? But your congruent players of how many players are playing right now is at like a 2. Does your copies sold really matter at that point? No, it doesn't. Because nobody's playing your game, right? And so that's why you see like certain games like Street Fighter, you don't ever really see Street Fighter bragging about how many copies sold they have, right? They talk about their player count and how many people are playing now, right? And so that's what MK, you know, and most AAA games do that shit too, because their game is failing. So whenever you hear that, 9 times out of 10 the game is failing, right? But let's say we were to get skins like this in like MK1, right? I feel like even if this was like a microtransaction, I feel like you would get more out of this than you would have for some of the character designs that they had for MK1. For example, MK1 Mileena. For example, her design right here, absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Okay? Mind you, when the game first came out and everybody saw these characters on screen, cool, right? When we saw them in the trailer, right? But this is more so like, I don't know, this more so looks like a Power Ranger than it does like an MK character, right? And I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. This character design right here is absolute shit, right? Because, and it's not because, you know, she's not dressed like how she's dressed in MK9, right? It's not because she's not dressed up like this, right? It's because the core forefront of this character, right, is literally Beauty and the Beast, okay? She's always been Beauty and the Beast, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and just like break this entire character down in a nutshell, right? You made the character, number one, you neutered her when you decided to basically take the beauty away, okay? So now she's just Beast, okay? And now she's dating Tanya, right? Who the fuck asked for that? Who? I'll wait. Who the fuck asked for that? This character who once used to be Beauty and the Beast, who was supposed to basically be like a siren character, right? Very seductive, very, you know, cunning. This character basically got neutered because you guys wanted to push an agenda, a woke agenda at that, right? And basically neuter the character design. Right? Mind you, Mileena in Mortal Kombat 9, her lure was that she was created in Shang Tsung's laboratory, right? She was designed to look like Katana, but she was also Tarkatan, right? Keeping the beauty aspect of Katana, but also giving that monstrous aspect to her as well, right? That's what Mileena was. That was her forefront character. That was her character, right? Now in MK1, and I got a lot of tabs open. We can close a couple of these. Now, she's one of the royal princesses, right? Which, congratulations, big step. But the beauty aspect is gone, right? Because she no longer really looks like Katana, okay? So she's not a clone anymore at this point. And also she's dating Tanya, or secretly dating Tanya, right? So you pretty much taken this character right here and you flipped her on her backside and basically just said, fuck it. We'll just throw something in there and they'll love it, right? Remember the Playboy picture of Melina? Yeah. And the thing is that's what people wanted, right? They didn't want their character neutered, basically taken, misconstrued, and basically spit out and thrown away, right? Nobody asked for a fucking facial from NetherRealm Studios. Nobody asked for that, right? Same thing with this character right here, right? So they took this character, right? And once again, this is because they pushed the woke agenda, right? They take the character, right? They go in. This character is no longer male, but now it's female, right? And they basically taken everybody's favorite character who once was a certain character, being Sector, right? And now they're misconstruing it and turning it into something that nobody really wants to see, right? And this isn't a thing where it's like, okay, you know, where this is a sexist comment or anything like that, right? But this is more so speaking from a standpoint of taking the character and basically having the character play their role, right? No one asked for Sector to be gender swapped. No one asked for that. We wanted the original Sector that we've been playing with since 1990, whatever. Okay? For example, imagine if they take Scarlet, right? Super hot character, by the way. They take Scarlet, right? Misconstrued her and turn her into a male character, right? Who the fuck asked for that? No one asked for that, right? So when we see shit like this, right? And they go on, they change the character and they basically shit on the character, right? Mind you, nobody liked this character design at all, right? The whole Power Rangers, they're in mech suits, right? And even with that aspect, no, if Sector, let's say if Sector were to get like super meched up, right? People wouldn't, they would probably accept it, but they wouldn't like it, right? But now that you've got a super suited up, whatever the fuck, right? And you've got the gender swap at the same time, now nobody fucks with it. No one at all. So that's the kind of the point I'm trying to get at, right? Is where you're taking these characters, right? You're basically trying to like make a new story, but everybody loves the same story that we've always had since forever. And now you're taking it and you're changing it, and we never asked for that. We just literally wanted the same game that we got back in 2013 with a more cleaner storyline, right? And just like a more cleaner fighting game. That's it, right? With the same skins. That's it. We don't want you to take the characters. We don't want you to neuter the characters, right? And bring a different story. Like, and even if they were to bring a different story, right? Just keep the character the same, right? Like, imagine this, right? Like, you have a super decked out character, right? Like Scorpion, for example. We'll use Scorpion as an example, right? Imagine you have Scorpion, and even people didn't even like this Scorpion, right? Imagine you have a Scorpion, right? Who basically goes in, right? He does the whole thing with the Sub-Zero thing. He goes on this crazy like journey, right? Goes through hell, all that shit, right? And he basically follows the same storyline, right? And now he's in MK1, right? And now he's dating Smoke, right? And he's also I don't know, he doesn't have the spear anymore, right? He doesn't have the spear anymore. So his only weapon that he can use now is I don't know, his katanas. Do you really think that people are going to gravitate towards that Scorpion? Fuck no. Fuck no. Because that's not a character that we've seen or a character that we can relate to, that we've been relating to since we were children. So that's the issue that I have with that, right? Like, if they were to take this character, right, and let's say, you know what, fuck it, he's gonna date Smoke now, right? And he no longer has his Scorpion spear. He has katanas now. Do you really think that people are gonna continue to grab? No, it would be a fucking outrage on X. It would be an absolute outrage. So that's what they basically did with this character, right? With Sector. That's what they basically did with Melina, right? That's what they did with these characters, right? They went in, they neutered them, they shat them out, and we don't appreciate it, right? This is why their game is failing now. Okay? And it doesn't help that they have the aspect of the cameos too. And that also fucked up the game as well, right? So this is just like major things that fucked up the game, right? And then they even took a step further and they basically took these characters and they neutered them again by not having them look how they used to look, which was sexy in the Lutards. Come on, bro. It's always been the same. It's always been the same, right? And people used to always love this, right? People love this. They do. They've always loved it, right? And you can say that, okay, you know, well, they you know, we don't want the characters to look sexy and all this other stuff, but let's be real. This is a game catered toward a male audience, all right? This is a game catered toward a male audience. It's always been that way, right? Men like to see violence. Men like to see women jumping around half naked. It has always been that way, right? And women love to cosplay as these women. You don't see, look, check this out. Y'all see the comparison, right? This is Katana from MK9, okay? This is Katana from that somebody can cosplay as, right? Where do you see cosplay costumes of characters from MK1 for people to cosplay as? Nobody is wearing them. They are still wearing the same cosplay shit from Mortal Kombat 9. Why? Because women want to cosplay as this. They do not want to cosplay as a super flat fucking Melina. They have never wanted to cosplay as that. So why would you change the core aspect of the character? Can we even find this? Let's see. I'm curious. I want to see if they actually have this on Amazon. Katana MK1 costume. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. Can we go to shop maybe? Let's see here. Nope, this is a costume from Mortal Kombat X. This is from Mortal Kombat 11. This is, I don't even know where this is from. No, this is Mortal Kombat 9. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this looks like Mortal Kombat 9. It's not a really good costume though. And yeah, I think this is also, no, this is Deception, I think. This is more than likely Deception. I don't think that there's a single MK, look, that's not what they're promoting, guys. Y'all see, so the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Y'all can see what they're promoting and what they're not, right? As far as cosplay goes. Further proving my point, bro. Further proving my point. That this is what they want to cosplay as. They don't want to cosplay as a super flat, whatever the fuck, super decked out, I'm a Power Ranger ass Katana. They don't want, this is a head ass move. This is a head ass move. Like, this is an immature game, mind you, right? And the character, the costume that the character is wearing, it literally looks like it's a part of her skin. Literally. So yeah, that's the reason why, guys. Like, that's the reason why this game is a flop, right? Not to mention that the game itself was really buggy. The fact that we had some of our favorite characters turned into cameos, right? Some of the characters that were famous characters that are cameos who are now playable are gender swapped. That's the reason why that game flopped, right? That's the reason why nobody wants to play MK1, okay? The only thing that's going for MK1 is the violent core aspect of the game. Other than that, the game plays like shit. It feels like shit, right? The characters are no longer sexy characters, even with the male characters, right? If you went back and looked at Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat 9, Johnny Cage was shirtless. It was a shirtless Johnny. All right? Like, guys, that's what we want to see. That's literally what we want to see, right? And then our ninjas, keeping our ninjas as ninjas, right? Hanzo Hasashi, he should have been an MK1. He's not an MK1. Why? Why wasn't he an MK1? If he's a fan favorite, why is he not in there? Right? Things like that, right? So it's not just about, you know, the whole gooning aspect of the game, right? This is a big part of it. It's a huge part of it, right? This will get you closer to the target. It really will, right? Especially if your game is shit. But if your game is shit, right, and you don't have this, and the only thing you have in your game is just pure violence, and that's it, people are gonna get bored quick, and they did. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. And then when you try to push a weird ass fucking agenda, you get MK1, right? So I hope when they decide that they make MK12 or MK2 or whatever MK game that they're gonna make next, guys, that they're gonna keep the core aspect of a fighting game, right? Like, once again, and I hate to keep using Street Fighter 6 as a great example, but it's a great fucking example, right? But hold on, Street Fighter 6 character, right? Mind you, Street Fighter is a game, and I play Street Fighter, is a game that plays really smooth. It is extremely complicated, but once you get stuff down, you know, it's a lot more fun, right? See, even with Street Fighter, I hope this clears itself up. It needs to clear itself up. Let's see, hold on. See if I can get a clear. I might have to go visit the website to even show you guys. And I wish I could show you on my PlayStation, but I can't right now because all my games got reformatted and it got deleted. But let's see if we can pull that picture back up. Okay, so I'm gonna blow this up a little bit. But as you can see, look, as far as Cammy, and even with this character, right? Mind you, she has strong ass fucking legs, but you don't. This is what I mean by like not doing too much, not doing too little, right? If we compare her to any of the characters in MK1, right? 9 times out of 10, characters, the people are gonna want this character design over whatever the fuck MK1's character design is. Okay? Only because, once again, they're following the aspect of not too much, not too little. Right? And it's always been that way. It has never changed. And they continue to push the same thing out over and over and over again. Street Fighter, right? Their main focus, number one, is to make a good fighting game, right? Their main focus, their next focus is to also make sure that sexy characters like Chun-Li and Cammy continue to be sexy. That has always been the core aspect of the fighting games. And they are pushing it to a T. That is why their numbers are doing well. That is why MK's numbers aren't doing so well. All right? And so that I had to go ahead and just basically address this, right? Because people were basically coming in the comments and basically like were saying like, oh, you know, you're just talking about the character being sexy and that's it, right? You know, what about the gameplay? What about, you know, that is the gameplay. That follows the fucking gameplay, bro. Right? These characters being sexy follows the gameplay, right? And this character, I think she just got released not too long ago, right? Fan favorite. They didn't neuter this character. They didn't change her design, right? They didn't go in like she literally has the same character design. I think this is what is it? Viper C? I don't remember what her name is. I'm sorry, I don't play Street Fighter that much, right? But they kept this character the same from what I remember from Street Fighter 5, 4, and so on and so forth, right? Her character design literally has never changed. They literally just updated the graphics, right? And if they could do this and they can do crazy numbers on Steam, getting 36K, then Mortal Kombat can do it too, y'all. They can do it too. Right? Like Chun-Li. Like, everybody loves Chun-Li, bro. Why? Because she's super fucking thick. Literally. Literally. You don't have to show, like, hold on. You don't, mind you, I'm not going to get into the mods because I might get in trouble. But look, super thick character, bro. Super thick character. Literally proving my point. Super thick character, bro. Look at the thighs. I know it's blurry, but look at the thighs on the character. Super thick character. Dumb thick. Thighs are on point. Look at it. Look at it. Mortal Kombat can't do this, mind you. This is not showing too much, not showing too little. It's the same concept, guys. It's literally the same concept. It has never changed. It's never changed. But Mortal Kombat wants to stray away from this. They want to stray away from this part right here. Right? They don't want your favorite character to be sexy anymore. They want your favorite character to be uniform. They want your favorite character to be militarized. Right? They want your favorite character to be basic. Right? While also pushing the weird fucking agenda. That's why this game sold better than MK. That is why Tekken 8 sold better than MK. Right? I might even switch over to Street Fighter. Do y'all want Street Fighter 6 gameplay? I'll play some Street Fighter, bro. Shit, I need a new fighting game to play. So, there you have it, bro. Once again, you know, proof is in the pudding. It shows, guys. It shows. It really does. Right? Like, I can't say too much at this point because, like, the facts are there. I'm literally showing you guys the facts. Katana didn't wear Letard in the... No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I think she wore Letard in MK Deception, if I'm not mistaken. But her character design in MK9 was it was fabulous, right? Even with the classic skin, it was fabulous, right? They like, this is once again showing not too little, not too much, right? Once again, yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy as fuck. It is. Don't get me wrong, right? But once again, people love to see this, right? They love to see this, right? Imagine a good fighting, guys. Imagine this, right? You have a good fighting game, right? Where the male characters just absolute badass, right? Some of the male characters, they go through like crazy titanic struggles, right? But end up overcoming every challenge that gets thrown at them, right? The women characters, right? Absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful characters, right? Sexy characters, beautiful, all across the board, 9 out of 10s, right? Game is absolutely violent as fuck. And also the fighting game runs smoothly, it plays smoothly, right? There's not a lot of bugs. I would say that that's a perfect fighting game. I would say that that's a perfect fighting game. This is a mod right here. But even then, they kept the core aspect of the character being a warrior princess. So I'll give them a dub too. Right? I feel like even with Katana's MK11 skin, right? At least they kept the aspect of her being pretty, bro. Right? Mind you, I wouldn't mind an MK9 skin. I wouldn't even mind a Katana classic skin, like for this character design, right? But at least this character design isn't a fucking pancake. Alright? That's the point I'm trying to get at, bro. Whether you like it or not, you know, that's what the core aspect of the game is, bro. It's always been that, right? So now you starting to see sales drop and diminish and nobody wants to play the game. That's the reason why. That's the reason why, right? You're doing this weird shit. We don't want to see this weird shit. We want to see what we've originally seen for the last couple decades. Not that, right? So yeah, that pretty much sums up my whole MK rant, bro. And yeah, that once again, like I know a lot of folks they're gonna go in the comments and be like, "Oh my God, he's just trying to go on. He's just trying to go on." But yeah, bro, that honestly that's just what it is, bro. That's the game. That's literally the game, right? We want a fighting game that we can relate to, that we've been relating to since forever, right? What the fuck is this? Let's find out what the hell this is. So Lil Nas X has reportedly been hospitalized due to a suspected overdose after he was found walking through the street of Los Angeles at 4 a.m. wearing only underwear. Bro.
Nah, hey. Don't be late to the party tonight.
What party? Wait, what party are we going to?
Where at? You know where it's at.
You know where it's at?
No. Go ahead, babe.
What the fuck?
I tell you to put the phone down.
Man, what?
Somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
Yo. He got the bro, no, he got the cowboy boots on too. This is crazy. Bro, can I even show this? No way, guys, this is real. So my first thought process seeing this is, number one, buddy, you got an album coming out. You have to have an album coming out, right? There's no way he's out here doing this. There's an album coming out. So yeah, be on the lookout for Lil Nas X's new album. This is his promotion right here, y'all.
Don't be late to the party tonight.
Don't be late to the party, y'all. He's coming out with a new album. That's what this is. It's got to be. Because there's no way my man is out here walking. He's known for doing shit like this, bro. For promoting his shit. Yeah, he's known for doing this. He got on baby oil too. You can see him glistening. Yeah, I'm a back away from this now. Yeah, he's got a new album coming out. That's what this is. Are we for real? He's naked, bro. No, he's naked, bro. No. Oh no. Yeah, let's go ahead and yeah. I gotta put this on safe mode whenever I go through stuff like this, bro. This is bad. It's all bad. Alright. Yeah, I think it's time to play a game, bro. I've been talking for a minute. I might have to even cut that part out. We'll have to see. That it's all bad, bro. Man. So as y'all can see, bro, I gotta re-download all my damn games. And even my Resident Evil, which I was supposed to play today. But yeah. Well, Jesus, was he drunk or something? I think he was taking some type of drug, bro. Don't do drugs, bro. Like, but it's definitely a promotion for his new album for sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm almost positive. Whenever you see like celebrities like doing weird shit like that, 9 times out of 10 they're promoting or about to do something new, right? And they need a bunch of attention. So yeah, that's probably why he did what he did. I'm almost certain. What am I going to play? I guess we can play some Dead by Daylight since that's the only horror game on here. But yeah, bro, he was walking around doing God knows what. But I'm almost certain that that's what it is. So for the new MK game, I hope, you know what, we can actually look through some stuff while this is doing its thing, because I'm pretty sure we can probably find some hints and clues as to what the new MK game is. Let's see. Let's do some deep diving. Let's see, MK2. Well, I know their main focus is definitely going to be the movie, but let's see, MK12 maybe. Game. Let's see. So Mortal Kombat 12 revealed as Let me see. Let me make sure I got okay. I have a bad habit of doing that. Mortal Kombat 12 revealed as Mortal Kombat 1. Oh no. Okay, we want Mortal Kombat 13 then. Let's see if we can find anything for Mortal Kombat 13. Oh, somebody made a concept here. Let's check this out. I want to see this. What is this? KO. Let's see if he's on point with some of this stuff. Okay. So we got Noob Saibot. I don't know how I feel about this character design. I like the hood, but and I like this right here too. This is pretty cool. This area right here though, I don't know. I feel like we need to see more face. This is a pretty cool concept for Smoke though. I like this concept. Right? It makes him look younger, and he's a ninja. I like this. I love this actually. Yeah, I like that a lot. And they got Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. No, yeah, no, this is fire. This is fire. Yeah, hey, if they, hey, who wants to see Pink Floyd in MK13, bro? I would like to see it. Or MK2. I would like to see Pink Floyd in there. You already introduced the character, might as well, right? And let's see, we got Jade too. I like the hair for her though. This is a good concept for Jade. I like this. I really do. Let's see here. I need a little bit more bump, but for the most part, katana with a Jade. Jade with a pole and a katana. That would be pretty cool. I don't know, bro. The whole aspect of like having a character like straight suited up like this, I don't know. To me, you just make him look like a Power Ranger, bro. That's kind of what I see whenever I see that. But I don't know. I feel like it would be cool if it was like an alternate skin. But yeah, I don't. She kind of looks more like a. I would say this is like a going on mission type of skin, right? Not so much like she's royalty. That's just the way I look at it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please stop with this. Please. Please stop with this. Please. I want to see the original Sector and I want to see the original Cyrax, bro. Stop with the agenda shit, bro. All male ninjas are like Power Rangers. Yeah, but the thing with the male ninjas is, at the same time, Icy, is that they already have like their forefront. That's what they were from the beginning too, right? So like, for example, like Sub-Zero and Scorpion, right? Like their whole thing is like their character, right? Who they are as a character, right? Scorpion is a vengeful spirit, right? He's always been that way, right? And he basically fights through hell to basically try to get to Sub-Zero and to try to kill him, right? While Sub-Zero is a Grand Master, and he's basically waiting at the throne for this guy to basically come and kill him, right? And it becomes like this big old all-out brawl to see who's better, ice versus fire, right? So these characters are already cool in themselves, right? So that's the way I look at them, right? But as far as like the women characters inside the game, like Jade, right? Jade is supposed to be royalty, right? So I expect her to like kind of look like royalty at the same time, right? Mind you, there are times where these characters do go on missions, right? And they can be suited up. But when they're inside of their royalty aspect, I feel like they should start wearing more stuff catered towards royalty, right? So that's just the way I look at it. And then there's whatever the fuck this is, right? Which I wouldn't be super mad if we got both Cyrax and Sector, right? Like male and female alternate characters, right? If we could choose whether or not we can pick one or the other, right? Then I wouldn't be as mad as this. But you sticking us with this as the base, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, even with Kenshi, he has a crazy backstory, right? Like, he loses his eyes, right? And now he has to figure out the struggle of how to basically be a fighter inside of this Mortal Kombat tournament while also being blind. The blind swordsman, right? That character aspect in itself is fucking fire. And then the Raiden character design, I didn't even touch up on him. The young Raiden, I don't know how I feel about young Raiden either, bro. I say give us the old Raiden. Because Raiden is supposed to be like this kung fu fighter, bro. Right? He's supposed to be this old, wise kung fu fighter who's basically like grandmaster, and he basically like teaches Liu Kang the way, right? You know, like he's a master Oogway almost, right? So I don't know how I feel about this either, making Raiden young Raiden. I don't know. They kind of stripped that away too. Oh, this is kind of fire. Now this is fire. This is fire. This right here is fire. Look at the eyes on her, dog. Like, this is fire. This right here is fire. And look, she's an exact clone of guess who? An exact clone. Alright? I love this character design. I love it. Right? Once again, this is, to me, this is not showing too much, not showing too little. Right? Alright? And that goes back to the whole thing where I was basically saying, like I'm not here just for the gooning aspect of the character, right? This, to me, this is showing this is basically telling you the character without telling you the character, right? This is a siren lustful character, and they've kept that aspect for her, right? And Katana is beautiful as hell, as always, right? Mind you, would I have liked to see an alternate skin for these two characters? Yes, right? If they showed a little bit more for these two characters, 100%, right? But am I complaining about this character style right here? No. This is right. This is good. This right here is good. This is showing, this is basically revealing without revealing. So let's see, what's the other one? So we got Jax. Super buff, super built up. Got the robotic arms, keeping the core aspect of the character. Right? And then we got Kabal. Holy shit. He looks like he's been through some shit. But this is what I mean, right? Just keeping the core aspect together. I like the character design for Jax. He looks older too. This is actually pretty cool. I actually like older Jax. I really do. Right? It basically shows his rank. I like that a lot. And then Kabal, you look like you've been through some shit. I love it. I like the character design for these two. So let's see, who else do we have? Onaga. Yeah, and if they add Onaga, bro, go ahead and take my money. Yeah, I would like to see Onaga inside the game. Liu Kang. He's got an older Liu Kang. Look, Liu Kang look kind of evil in this one too. I don't think I'm mad at this. I don't know how I feel about this. But yeah, this looks pretty clean. I like it. For the most part, yeah, the characters they look really good for this. This concept, I really like the concept that you drew up, bro. I wish Jade wasn't really suited and booted for this one, but all in all, you know, character design for her face, she looks really pretty. I like it, you know. But this Melina one, bro, yeah, this one, yeah, this is perfect, damn near. This is damn near perfect. Yeah, they got it. They got it for this one, man. Alright, let's get into some gameplay, bro. I've been talking a lot, bro. I'm probably gonna need some tea after this. I'm 100% gonna need some tea. Should I go? I'm gonna play Survivor. I don't ever play Survivor. I feel like I'm gonna be trash at this. I feel like, yeah, I'm 100% gonna be trash. They changed a lot in this game, so. Let's see here. Oh, that game started immediately. I was about to just go ahead and start searching up more shit, but hey. Guess we got ourselves a little squad here. I'm going in with the base stuff, bro. I have no clue what I'm doing. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Cause I ain't played Survivor in I don't know how long. Wait a minute, is this screen stuck? Hold on. Why is my screen stuck? The hell? It's always doing crap like that, bro. Oh no, they removed the poll. There was a little poll that used to pop up. That used to be fun to look at. Alright, let's see if we can get some surviving going. I think I'm gonna play one game, bro. I gotta start getting rest. I am not getting rest the way I'm supposed to, and that's a bad thing. I'm 100% gonna have to cut out that little Nas X thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's all bad. Maybe I'll see. We'll see what YouTube says about it. But I don't know if I could show the one where he was naked. I think I might take an L on that one. We might even do a thing, guys, where I find some more stuff for the new MK game, because I'm pretty sure there's stuff out there at this point. Oh, my shit's bucking. Oh, my shit's bucking out. Oh, that was downstairs. Holy shit. Yeah, I got the fuck on, bro. Yeah. Oh, there that goes. Alrighty. I'm gonna go get Buddy off the hook. If I can. I don't know if I can or not. We'll see. Somebody else get her? Yeah, somebody. Oh, nobody's getting him. Oh my god. Don't worry, buddy. I got you. No. I got you. All right, let's go. Oh shit. And here is about to get attacked. Alrighty. Oh my god. Is she gonna pick her up? I'm gonna wait for her to pick her up. Let's see. Nope. Let's wait. Oh my god. No way. Come on. Is she really looking for me? Fuck. No, get off the hook. No, let's go. Oh my god. Just take your hooks. Just take your hooks. I'm trying to stretch these out. She's gonna have to start hooking people. Yeah, I gotta make sure I get. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to heal up if I'm gonna do this. Yeah. GG's. I'm going in the house. Let's see if I can loot. Oh my god, bro. Who the fuck am I playing with? Man, what the hell? No. Ooh. Ooh, that's how you do that shit. That's how you do that shit right there. Guys, I have no help on my team right now. Oh, they're just going down, bro. What the hell? I'm lit, bro. What the fuck is my team right now? Y'all are trash. He's dead. He's fucking dead, bro. She's going down. Okay. Alright. Yeah. We're just not gonna make it, bro. I'm playing with straight trash back. Look at this, bro. And she gonna be on her way in 0.2 seconds after this bitch pops. Don't come this way. Oh shit. Let me get away from her. Did we finish the one upstairs? Yeah, we finished that one. Gosh damn it. I'm playing with straight shit bags, bro. Like, my teammates are terrible. Like, what is this gameplay? Oh well. And she's down already. So you know what that nurse is gonna do? She's gonna bounce from Jenny to Jenny, and she's gonna try to find me. Or she's gonna camp her body, one of the two. Alright, I'm gonna bank on her bouncing from Jenny to Jenny. And I'm gonna try to save this person. And hope they die. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Nope, she's camping the body. Yeah, she's 100% camping the body. It's gonna be up to me to find this hatch now. So let's see. We're gonna wait for our old girl to die. There's nothing I could do there. She's literally just sitting on the body. So yeah, that's it for you. Say swear to God. Time to find a hatch. Eyes peeled. Oh shit. And she's on my ass. Fuck is the hatch? Hatch, where are you? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Man, bro, my teammates were shit. Oh my god. What was that? Like, I couldn't even finish the gens. That's how terrible they were, bro. 0.2 seconds, they were dead. Oh, I should have got more than that. I saved them like 3 times, bro. Come on now. That's crazy. Yeah, who am I playing with, bro? That was horrible. Man. Alright, man. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, bro. I've been doing a lot of talking. My throat is dry. It's bad. If you enjoy it, man, go ahead and drop a like. Don't forget to eat an apple a day because it keeps the doctor away, my guy. This is Peeps. I love each and every one of you, man. And I'm out. Peace.